I'm Martin Haye. I work currently for the California Digital Library on a project called XTF, which is kind of like Solar but not. And it's older than Solar and it's XSL instead of Ruby. There's a lot of overlap, and I'm hoping that there will be more overlap. Specifically, I'm going to talk about a new spelling correction system that I've been working on. And we wanted a DigiMean facility, user types a query that's misspelled. We want to suggest one thing that's probably what they meant. So we started with the one that's built into, or comes with Lucene and contrib directory. It's nice because it's actually based on the words in your index, so it works great with weird place names, weird people, author names, ancient Latin terms, whatever you throw at it, it just takes. We discovered several things. First of all, for our 10 million record set, it took 36 hours to build the index, the spelling dictionary alone. It was fairly slow to search, and the dictionary itself was a gigabyte. More disturbingly, it only corrects single words, so if you miss the space in Harry Potter, you misplace the space, or if you type in words that are correctly spelled but aren't what you mean, like untied states, it's going to say, oh, untied states, that sounds good. And even on single word spelling correction, it didn't do as nice a job as a spell. So we wanted more. So I actually spent several months crafting a couple revisions of the new engine. Single word correction is now getting the right answer in the number one slot 92% of the time versus 68% with the old code. And I added phrasal corrections so that multi-word queries work right now. And on a test set of real live misspelled queries that I pulled from our query logs, this engine's getting 80% of them right, and Google's getting 90%. So I don't feel too bad because Google's got an army, and I'm an army of exactly one. Also, the new code runs in under an hour, builds about a 300 megabyte index, and the correction it runs faster. Very briefly, I do this by using word frequencies, co-location of words that are near each other, a better edit distance algorithm, added in metaphone checking, kind of like A-spell does, but it's still got all the benefits of index-based corrections, so it's still good with proper names and all that. So this is part of XTF now. I think the code's clean and it's pretty easily separable, and it's got an Apache license. But most of you here don't use XTF, and this isn't a talk about XTF. I think this should make its way into Lucene. But I've been told by a reliable source, Aircatcher, that every patch in Lucene needs someone to advocate for it. It needs someone with an itch to scratch. And I am a terrible advocate, and I am absolutely terrified of the patching process. So I made this appeal yesterday kind of implicitly, and I'm going to make it explicitly today. And that's the last time I'm going to make it. The only reason I'm up here is because I feel guilty that this code is kind of sitting off in a little corner, and probably more people could use it. But I can't advocate for it. So if you are not terrified, and you really want spell check, a pretty nice spell check engine, contact me right now. I've given you 3 ways here, and do I have any time left for questions? I have 41 seconds.
We should get the next one.
Questions, Martin?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on making it standalone?
Could make it standalone. That's even more daunting. But it's certainly possible. I think if we stuck it in Lucene, probably a lot of people can use it. That would be my only feeling on that.
We'll get there.
It could be standalone, and it's just Java. It doesn't depend on Lucene.